Let's get into some books, huh? Let's talk a little tarot tonight. 42 of you in the house, 43 of you in the house. And again, congratulations to all my winners. This is my favorite part of what I do is giving away the tarot decks. I definitely need to set my monitor up higher because I keep looking down even a little bit. And I want to look at you guys. Anybody excited about King of Wands? I am. I love King of Wands. In my opinion, the fire, the suit of fire, the minor arcana suit of fire. When I stack a deck in the proper way that I believe a tarot deck should go, fire is always right up by the major arcanas. The suit of fire is always first for me. You know, it's high vibrational, it's passionate, it goes and gets what it wants, right? It's an amazing energy. So I'm really excited about the King of Wands. Looked at a little bit of my books. Going to teach out of some books. Going to show you some cards. The books that I'm teaching out of tonight are the Tarot Illuminati. This I'm going to read out of this. Kim Huggins put this together. Beautiful poems. I'm going to be teaching as well out of the Magical Course in Tarot. An amazing small book, easy to read. Great descriptions. That's what I'm pulling out of this book is the descriptions for the King of Wands. Also going to be sharing out of my own journal tonight. So I hope many of you got your journals. If not, I'm going to get you a minute to go get it. And I'm also going to be teaching out of Tarot Fundamentals. It's a Los Cabero produced book. But first and foremost, I'm going to show you a bunch of my favorite King of Wands because every tarot deck's got a little flavor in it. So here we go. Here's some of my faves. What do we got right here? Oh, he's the King of Wands. He's the King of Wands from the Tarot of Prague, the large one. He's cool. He has his knight behind him. I like this king because the knight behind him has the cup, you know, and the knight always carries the king's bidding. But very noble energy right there. Definitely with this card right here, the majesty, the nobleness. It's very, oh, that's not a cup, is it? It's that knight's helmet right there, and it actually has a lion on it. Very cool. This is Tarot of Prague, Bubba Studios. This is an amazing deck right here. I'm going to give this away, I believe, this month or April. Sometime in April, going to give this away. It is the Marielle. It's the second edition of the Marielle Tarot. And they took all the borders off of it. It's absolutely gorgeous. You used to have to cut the deck to get this. I really love it. It's the Marielle, the cool backing on it. This is the King of Wands from the Marielle. Very cool. You can see the sun behind him. Just a very cool deck. And I like the fact that they took the borders off of it. Going to put old trimmers like me out of business, they are. That's all good. What do we got here? Oh, this is my King of Wands from the Trafini de Luna, huh? The Triumph of the Moon, maybe. I don't know. I don't speak Italian, but he's definitely a very cool King of Wands. You know, King of Wands has that pizzazz about him. They go and get what they want. They know how to get it. This is the King of Wands from Robert M. Place, his alchemical tarot. It's just an amazing, a lot of people that use different characters for King of Wands. Many times we'll pick that dragon, that fire dragon. I just like anything Robert M. Place puts together. It's just magic. It's just simple pictures. Very magic, though. This is from the King of Wands from the True Black, which is just a gorgeous deck. Problem with gorgeous decks is, well, I played with this a little bit. It definitely chips. But it is what it is. Tarot deck just ain't worth much if you don't play with it. This is from Ciro Marchetti. This is his Encore Tarot. Came out amazing. King of Wands. I like that King of Wands there. You know, he's looking like he's coming up out of that throne any minute. Steampunk has the King of Wands standing behind the throne, because, you know, the King of Wands gets up and goes and gets what they want. I like that, Tez. Yeah, my list is getting longer and longer. And, you know, they're coming out with new and amazing tarot every day. It's fun because I get to shop around on Amazon and see what's out there, you know, because I'm giving them away to you guys. But I used to do it anyway. Now I get to blame it that I'm giving them away to my friends. That's good. This is the King of Wands from my Vertigo Tarot that he's all white, doggone it. Let me see if I can get him right. There, finally, they do have a face on him right there. This is the King of Wands. There we go. This is the King of Wands from the Vertigo Tarot. I believe it was put out in the 90s. One of Mike's finds in a bookstore one day that he was so excited about. Try not to act excited, you know, when the guy's asking, well, you know, I got to get at least 30 for that. Oh. That much? Anyway, that's the King of Wands from the Vertigo Tarot, DC Comics. And last but not least, oh, my mythical creatures right here. Let me see if I can get a shot that's not all glary. It has the djinn on there, right? The King of Wands is the djinn. You know, you got to be careful when you're playing with the King of Wands, right? There's a lot of power. Really a nice card. I love the djinn as a choice of the mythical creature for that deck in particular. All right, let's get into the books right here. Fun. And in the comments, if you want to put any comments in there, you're more than welcome to. People will be looking at these for many years to come. And it's really cool to see comments put in there, because I don't give a lot of descriptions for reversals or any of that. And they're definitely part of tarot. I'm not going to tell you that they're not. They definitely are. All right, here we go. I'm going to start by reading about the King of Wands from the Tarot Fundamentals. Here we go. The King of Wands carries a distinct sincerity, and you can see it manifesting itself in his posture. His strength lies in his physical character. He has a mental attitude that checks every detail, leaves no stone unturned. Like the lizards often seen on and around his throne, he is in tune with the rhythms of nature, symbolized by the sprouting wand. The King of Wands reminds one of an old lion that does not need to fight. His authority and experience are recognized by all. He carries integrity and the attitude of a good-natured person when he faces the world. Yet behind this veneer are traits severely judging and punishing those who are dishonest. The King of Wands, therefore, acts as an arbiter of conflicts amongst the people around him. He can show shades of benevolence. It shows shades of a benevolent dictator in his own way, but never for his own personal advantage. He is above all things passionate about his life and works. Reflected in you, the King of Wands operates within you when you act with passion, self-belief, and personal fire, affecting the needed change that you wished to see, leading by example. You can't help but be charismatic when you express the passion of your soul. Your performance has everyone stopped and staring. Yeah, that's the King of Wands. Traditional upright meanings for the King of Wands: politician, agent, host, actor, dancer, performer. This is interesting. Nonprofit organizer. That's interesting. I like this one. Rock star. Definitely King of Wands. Salesman, inventor, activist, athlete, and the kings, if you want to talk about physical attributes, which I don't really pay a lot of attention to. The only thing that I really pay attention to is age. Kings for me are people at least over 40, right? A lot of maturity, but at least the wisdom of somebody that should be wise by 40. Let's put it that way, huh? Pages, if we want to put ages on them, for me are, well, pushing 25 is an extreme, anybody under 25. And for a knight, 35 to 25. For a queen, 45 to 35. And for a king, really anybody over 45. If you want to, get specific as about an age of a person. Just thought I'd throw that out there about the kings. Let me get you some more upright meanings of the King of Wands. A leader, a figure of authority, a role model, charismatic, host, facilitator, owning one's power, willpower, the ability to direct one's will and energy towards a goal, the principle of one's ambition, rising above, ascension, shining one's ability and light to others, showing one's strength, exceeding expectations, inspiring others to greatness, controlling a situation, creating change in accordance with one's will, vitality, unstoppable force, unceasing activity, grasping opportunities. Very nice right here. Let me give one more upright, and then I got a couple for reversed King of Wands. Here we go. There he is. The strongest, most passionate desires, the need to consume experience. Wow, that's really good. Mastery of everything, a charismatic leader, shining confidence, being the center of the universe. Egocentricity, huge word. I hope I got it right. The master of the self, a selfish, outgoing person who must be the center of attention. Definitely need to get balance, right? Principle of achievement. Very powerful stuff right there. King of Wands, upright position. I have a couple of reversed. Here we go. Reversed severe and intolerant, passion taken to extremes, a power keg ready to explode, a boast, someone who manipulates others using charisma, using one's position of power for the wrong ends, a controlling boss, weak will, burning out through too much activity, failure to get one's own way, being at the mercy of another, being a victim of social manipulation. None of that sounds any fun. One more description. That's all I have for the reverse. Like I said, anytime you guys want to put things in the comments, that's fine. This is a description of the King of Wands from the Magical Course in Tarot. Highly recommended book right here. The King of Wands is the visionary, the uncontested master of his personal domain. He is a generous and decisive leader, comfortable in the strength of his own convictions. His manner is both honest and charismatic, inspiring respect and admiration in most and intimidation in others. He is the definitive elder of the pride, battle-scarred, lying in the sun after the hunt, arrogant yet accessible, and loving to his young. You know, the deviant moon has King of Wands with a bunch of children around him. This king is not afraid to take action to protect or defend the honor of those closest to him. And he finds his greatest reward in the commission of service, dynamic and noble. He will empower you to approach any situation with mastery and courage. Really love the descriptions in this book. Beautiful stuff here. All right, let's do some buzzwords, huh? Well, I wanted to talk right here, too, about the King of Wands and all the kings. All the kings have fire. So the King of Cups has water and fire, right? The King of Love, very passionate, steamy individual, but may hide all that passion and steam. And the King of Pentacles, fire and earth, really could be very motivated in the natural realm to manifest things in the natural. And the King of Swords, of course, is fire and air. So that's very passionate individual as well. But King of Wands is fire and fire. So really right up at the top. I think I wrote something about this right here. Yeah, the King of Wands is the King of Fire. Peak and principle, mastery, action, achievement, consumption. Fire is seen as the highest of all the four elements and therefore the closest to spirit. So he is the highest of the high in the court cards. And that's why one of the reasons why I connect King of Wands with the Emperor, right? He's fire and fire. And a specific zodiac that I connect with the King of Wands is Leo. Again, I put all four fixed zodiacs with the kings of the tarot myself, and most teach it that way as well. So if you want to get specific with a zodiac, King of Wands is Leo for me. Fire and fire. All right, some buzzwords here. I'm going to start with my notes out of my book right here. And the nice thing about these, if you want, you can always pause them later on. Here we go. Buzzwords. Accomplishment. Genius. sexual urges, hot temperament, high standards, fast pace, activity, confidence, admiration, leadership, natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, achievement, and honor. I have so many of them, I'm not sure if I'm covering them. Again, I have a couple more from the Tarot Fundamentals. Security, presumption, entrepreneur, experience, sponsorship, explosive, bold, inspiring, boss, motivator, courageous, persuasive, dominating, witty, respected, bold, loyal, enthusiasm, and dynamic. All just amazing energy if it ever shows up in a spread. And, you know, you have to feel, because, well, if I'm doing, before we do our little poem right here, if I'm doing a reading with somebody and a face card shows up, I will ask the person straight up, do you know somebody that has the sun in this zodiac right here? If they say yes, well, that just made my job a whole lot easier, didn't it? Because now I know what that story or who that story is going to be about right there. Many times when I do readings on YouTube, and we get several face cards out on there. I mean, and one thing, it could mean that there's a lot of people in somebody's life, but during a mass reading like that, I will always try to use most of those face cards as the energy with all these descriptive words that we shared with you today. So that is the challenging thing about face cards and how to place them in your spread. If I cannot ask the person if they do know this person, I will read it as an energy. That's me. I just wanted to give you that little tip right there. But everybody has their own way, right? I just don't want to focus on a general reading with, 6 face cards in there and trying to explain the story with all 6 of those people. You normally look at it and go, wow, there's a lot of people in this picture, but I'm going to focus on this energy right here, right? All right, just a couple little tips for you guys. I know I have some amazing tarot readers out there that are part of Ramblin Nation. All right, let's share the poem right here from Lucy Cavendish. Love this right here. Love this young lady's writings. The King of Wands, the center of the sun. I love how she named all the cards right here, too. She calls the King of Wands the center of the sun. And these are always like the card talking to us. And being fire and fire, King of Wands is probably going to be rather braggadocious, right? So here we go. It's like the King of Wands speaking to us right here. The strongest desires born within most heat. The strongest of wills burn brightest, and heat always rises. I am the highest of my very self, the principle of everything that is possible, the achievement of all things. I am everything that I ever wanted to be, and more. I am the master of all. The 4 worlds are at my fingertips. All skills are in my knowledge. I have seen the world. I have heard all its songs, met all its people, loved fiercely and deeply, adventured beyond the limits of my perception. There is nothing I cannot do, nothing I do not want to do. I live on it. I thrive on it. I am God incarnate, seated upon a sunlit throne, the center of the universe. I burn as brightly as the midday sun. Once you have beheld me, you will never forget me. The King of Wands, center of the sun. I mean, that's just fun, right? And that's really summed up nicely in the power and the energy that shows up in your spread when the King of Wands shows up. So I definitely hope you enjoyed that right there.